Hello and guten Tag, I'm the Fitz and today I will show you the game Elite Dangerous and how to make it even more awesome with head tracking and VR. If you don't know Elite Dangerous, it's a game developed by Frontier Developments and was kickstarted early 2014. It's basically flying around in a spaceship, trading and shooting your way through a big-ass galaxy. At least that's the extent of the beta right now, it's 1.03 I think. And the original game came out 20 friggin' years ago, so whoa, I don't even know what platform that was on. Why am I telling you this? I don't know. Let's shoot some friggin' waste barrels, because that's what space heroes do, right? Right? Huh. Now we're in our Sidewinder, our little free spaceship that you get when you start the game, and we have several holographic interfaces here, and one of the coolest features, I think at least, are the ones on your sides. So on your right you have your status, modules, fire groups and all that good stuff, and can browse through here with my joystick and like activate the distress beacon if you're getting attacked, or activate silent running for all your sneaky stuff when you're going on a pirate run. And on your left side you have your navigational information. You can lock onto beacons and all that good stuff, or other ships in the area, or contact them, request docking permissions from a space station. It's really cool to interact like that, and the way it's designed that it pops up when you look at it is really cool in my opinion. The other way you can use is the joystick. If you have enough hats on it, I have a HOTAS stick right here. You can basically press one button on the throttle and then use one of the hats to look around at these displays and interact with them accordingly. But this is also really stiff. Why wouldn't we want it to be stiff? Because we want to be in a dogfight and being able to look where our enemies are flying, look through all the windows we can see, just to keep an eye on them and pretty much get an advantage in a fight. So, what do we do to make this a better situation? Use awesome gadgets. While there are commercial products like the Track IR available, one of our best friends and me decided to build our own tracking device. We built the body with our 3D printer, put 3D lights, batteries and a circuit board in it, and just add an old webcam to the mix and voila, you got yourself a decent head tracking. If you're interested, I'll put some links in the description below if you want to build it yourself. But really, the best thing about it is when you put that thing on your head, you look like a freaking Teletubby. Let's take a look at the software real quick. Face track no IR. If I hold this thing up and with it enabled, you see the 3 dots there. This is where the 3 LEDs are positioned. And if I move it around slightly, you see that the head spins around. You can set this up as you wish, how much angle you want it to turn when you turn your head, because you don't want to look completely to the right, to look in the game completely to the right, because obviously you wouldn't be able to look at your monitor. So let's take this to the game and see how it looks in there. So we're back in the game and I've got my head tracking enabled. I will not put this on my head because the clip is designed for another headset, it would just fall off. So we'll hold this in my hand like this. And as you can see, as soon as the camera gets the tracking of the 3 lights, I can begin to look around in this beautiful designed cockpit and let these holograms pop up when I look to the sides. Whoop, 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 whoop. That's what's happened when you lose track. And I can now pretty much interact with it with my joystick just by looking at it and use all the functionality that's built in. And that's pretty much the beauty of it, because when you're in the heat of the battle and you're in a dogfight, you can look around, track your enemy, or just, in this case, absorb the awesome sights you got around you. Also, just looking at it, you see it with the little rectangles there. Just by looking at an enemy, you can pretty much, with the press of the button, mark them as your target and switch around this. This is really immersive and really cool, and that's one of the techniques that the Oculus Rift uses for proper head tracking. And yeah, the Rift up next. So I'm back with the Rift set up, and let's just dive right in back into our combat scenario, the waste disposal. Here we are in our Sidewinder, in our cockpit, and are you noticing it? It looks different. It's way more spacious. You have so much space around you. When you look around, stuff is ordered a little differently. The HUDs are in little different places, but it makes much sense from your point of view when you're in the Rift and looking at it. And let's take a look to the side and to the other side. Our little pop-up holographs is still there, and it's just as awesome to interact with them. The immersion is really great. I can look at my hand and it feels good because the joystick and the throttle is modeled pretty much after what I have here. Of course it's not modeled after it, but it looks like it. And your brain actually accepts this reality much better than in other games, because the way you have your arms in the game is the way I have my arms in real life right now. So this is much more believable. The detail they've put into the cockpit is just amazing. It looks so good. You really like to touch that red handle over there just because it's there. And you'd really like to type in this keyboard, whatever that is. Like, in the Rift you can't really see it, it's really blurry, but it seems to be a pretty normal keyboard. That's the glory of the head tracking. You can just get near it and so it gets clearer to read. And yeah, coffee and a book. Everything you need for a really long space trip. One problem you will notice is that when you look at the actual guns, you might not see it from here. There's something missing, because I can stand up a little and take a better look at my ship. And I'll be probably out of the camera right now, but I can take a look around and stuff is floating on my ship. You wouldn't notice that when you were in a fixed position, but now that I can look around, I actually see that some parts of the model are really missing, but that's something to be expected in a beta. I mean, still, it's freaking awesome. Same thing as I said for the head tracking. You can look at your targets, the rectangles appear, and you can just select them to make them your target. And this really gives you the edge in a dogfight, I think. I mean, as soon as the Rift gets to a higher resolution and things get to be much clearer, I can only imagine this will be so much fun, just racing around in space, following your enemies and just killing them. Awesome. Playing Elite is pretty much the best experience I've had in the Rift yet, and I just can't wait for more games to come out with support for this awesome device. Next time we'll take on the challenge of starting and landing in a space station and earn a little money by trading space cows or something. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please let me know in the comments below and shoot your space lasers at the like and subscribe button. Thanks again, and see you in the next video.